It is Friday. Thanks for joining us for THV 11 News at noon. I'm Mackailyn Johnson. Here's a look at some of the headlines we're bringing you today. It's opening day at Oaklawn, and there are 9 races on the card as the season kicks off today. THV 11 is there for all the race day action. We're live from Oaklawn in 2 minutes. Shining a light on a rare neurological disorder, Celine Dion revealed her stiff person syndrome diagnosis earlier this week. At 12:09, we break it all down. And we're counting down to Christmas, how you can get your holiday cheer fixed this weekend. Those details just ahead. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Corrales Ortiz. The rain is gone. I can see clear again, but the rain will be back soon. But we do have a little break, which is nice.
Yeah, we get to enjoy a nice brief break from the rain today after quite the wet week overall. Matter of fact, we're even seeing some peaks of sunshine back on the radar. Here's a look at the visible satellite right now. Northern Arkansas, you can kind of see where some of that cloud cover is receding. Still a little bit cloudy here, though, in central Arkansas, southern Arkansas. A bit mild right now. Temperatures are sitting in the low to mid 60s across the region, a bit cooler to our north, but we are finally saying goodbye to the rain. Just a few bits left over in southern Arkansas, but finally seeing a rain-free day. As we mentioned, it's the opening day of Oaklawn. So first post at 12:30. We are going to be seeing cloudy conditions, still a mild afternoon, as I mentioned, in the mid 60s later today. We do have rain back in the picture, which I'll have more details on that for this weekend in the forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Corrales. And we're not going to let this weekend's weather rain on our parade. It's a huge day for Central Arkansas as Oaklawn kicks off another season of horse racing in Hot Springs. Ian Russell is hanging out in the Spa City today and has more on the exciting weekend ahead. How's it going, Ian?
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm having a fun time. We still got a little bit here until races kick off, but hey, we are having fun. It's just fun to be back out here. And Mackailyn, I know you were out here this morning. I hate to say it, though, it looks a little bit different out here when it's, when the sun's up outside compared to when you were here when it was dark. But hey, a lot of new things out here for people to enjoy. Obviously, some new horses, new trainers, new jockeys out there. A lot of new things inside the concourse as well. We just finished up talking with Oaklawn's general manager, who he told me he was just so excited for fans to be back for another season kicking off in December. A lot of new things for everyone to see, and probably the biggest thing for those of you that have been here before is what's replaced the teller wall inside the concourse. It's this new sports bar called Mainline. A lot of fun. Looks like a lot of fun. A good place to hang out for a lot of people there. And hey, once I lose my bets here, maybe I hang out in there for a little bit, But hey, we're all kidding though. A ton of fun out here. We are having a lot of fun. Of course, first race here starts at 12:30. We'll be here throughout the day for that first race. And as everything keeps going here, Mackailyn, for now though, we're going to go ahead and send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Ian. It's going to be a really good opening day and a great weekend as well. We'll check back in with you in just a bit. All right, in other news, a prominent civil rights activist and attorney is back in Arkansas today. Ben Crump was in Pine Bluff to deliver the commencement address for the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff's 166th graduation ceremony. Crump is widely known as the lawyer who represented the families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and many others. In Arkansas, he represents the family of Terrence Caffey, who died in police custody in Little Rock almost 1 year ago. During his commencement speech, Crump took a moment to send well wishes to Caffey's family as they approach the 1-year anniversary of his death.
And we don't forget our brothers and sisters who were taken from this earth far too soon because their lives matter.
Crump also represented the family of Hunter Britton in their lawsuit against the Lonoke County Sheriff's deputy who shot and killed the unarmed teen last year. As we continue to keep you safe this flu season, the uptick in flu cases is creating problems for schools. The Department of Health says just last week, 7.5% of students in the state missed class because of the virus. This afternoon, Cleveland County students are virtually learning after leaders noticed a significant spike in the number of positive flu cases in the district. As of Wednesday, Superintendent Craig Dupree says 22 staff members in the district, 54 high school students, and 86 elementary kids are all out sick because of the flu. Ultimately, Dupree decided closing the school is the best decision.
We did not want to get into a situation where we were having to put large groups of students together. Hopefully 72 hours gives us a chance to kind of get a handle on things.
The health department reports at least 8% of students in Cleveland County missed school last week because of the flu. Now in other news, Senator Kyrsten Sinema of Arizona announced Friday she is leaving the Democratic Party and registering as a political independent. Deborah Alfarone is on Capitol Hill with more on what the ramifications of this switch may be.
Arizona's Kyrsten Sinema, who has often clashed with her Democratic colleagues in the Senate, announced Friday she is leaving the party to become an independent.
Registering as an independent and showing up to work with the title of independent is a reflection of who I've always been.
Along with releasing a video, the first-term senator wrote an op-ed in the Arizona Republic declaring her independence from what she calls, quote, the broken partisan system in Washington, saying she has joined the growing numbers of Arizonans who reject party politics.
We don't line up to do what we're told. We do what's right for our state and for our country.
The move comes just days after Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock won Georgia's runoff election, adding to the Democrats' narrow majority in the Senate.
Sinema says she doesn't plan to caucus with Republicans, ensuring Democrats retain their advantage in the Senate. Two other independents, Bernie Sanders of Vermont and Angus King of Maine, both caucus with Democrats.
I don't believe this is going to shake things up quite like everyone thinks. She has committed to continue voting for judges that she believes are qualified.
Sinema was one of two Democratic moderates, along with West Virginia's Joe Manchin. They have often been at odds with the Biden agenda. In a statement, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre called Sinema a key partner, saying we have every reason to expect that we will continue to work successfully with her. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Sinema is still expected to maintain her committee assignments through the Democratic majority. Now, Brittany Griner is back in the U.S. this afternoon after being detained in Russia for nearly 10 months. The WNBA star will undergo a medical evaluation and whatever treatment she may need. Griner was freed in exchange for international arms dealer Victor Bout, but another American was left behind. Former Marine Paul Whelan has been imprisoned in Russia since 2018 on espionage charges. His sister spoke about the family's reaction on CBS Mornings.
I do think for Paul, when I think of how he must feel, how it must look to him, not having all the information that we do, and wondering why was I left again?
President Biden has promised to keep working on Whelan's release. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin said the prisoner exchange involved compromises, but that more trades are possible in the future. The House voted to repeal the U.S. military's COVID vaccine mandate, passing a sweeping $858 billion national defense spending measure. GOP leader Kevin McCarthy called the end of the vaccine mandate a victory. President Biden will judge the bill once it passes Congress. The House also approved legislation that protects same-sex and interracial marriages. The legislation cleared the Senate with broader support from Republican senators once the bill was revised to include an amendment that will provide religious liberty protections. The act requires a marriage be recognized regardless of sex, race, ethnicity, or national origin. The bill is now headed to President Biden's desk, where he is expected to sign. Now to an update of a story we brought you Thursday. Celine Dion is shining a light on a rare neurological disorder known as stiff person syndrome. Earlier this week, the superstar announced she has been diagnosed with the condition. Elise.
I've been dealing with problems with my health for a long time.
With bluntness and emotion, Celine Dion announced on Instagram Thursday that she is postponing her concert tour after being diagnosed with stiff person syndrome. She explained that the extremely rare neurological disorder is causing her spasms that affect every aspect of her life.
Sometimes causing difficulties when I walk and not allowing me to use my vocal cords to sing the way I'm used to.
According to the National Organization for Rare Disorders, stiff person syndrome is believed to be an autoimmune disorder that is characterized by muscular rigidity that occurs along with muscle spasms. One estimate says it affects 1 in a million people.
things like walking can become more problematic. Patients can have balance issues. In some situations, it can also affect a patient's speech and their coordination.
The severity and progression of stiff person syndrome can vary from person to person. Symptoms may remain stable for many years or slowly worsen. In some cases, symptoms can be stabilized with medication.
This tends to be a little bit more of a chronic, kind of always present condition, though there might be sort of situations in a day, for example, where they could worsen or improve.
Dion says she's working with a team of doctors and therapists to get better, and she says she hopes to be back with her fans soon. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
According to the National Organization for Rare Disorders, stiff person syndrome is more prevalent in women than men. It usually becomes apparent sometime between 30 and 60 years of age. Some good news for holiday travelers. Prices at the pump are on the decline, but why is that? We break it all down when the news at noon returns. Corrales?
And it may seem gloomy now, but the best part is that we have no rain in the forecast for today, but it's going to be back in the picture by your weekend. So we'll have more details on that, any other changes coming our way as we head through the weekend in the forecast coming up.